When what to my wondering eyes did appear but a miniature sleigh and a tiny reindeer. Clement Charles Moore's early 19th century poem, A Visit from St. Nicholas, routinely known as The Night Before Christmas, was the first to name Santa's reindeer and crystallized many of the conceptions of Santa Claus that remain today. While you won't see reindeer in the wild in Wisconsin, as Jenna Wells discovered, you will see them at a deer farm in southeastern Wisconsin that provides an educational and entertaining environment for visitors.
Christmas is a favorite holiday of ours.
You know Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen. But what about Franny and Kringle and Boo and Tinsel?
I love them, and I think most people like Christmas, so they naturally like the reindeer.
Well, those are just a few of Santa's favorite characters living at Paris Deer Park in Racine County.
I mean, that furry nose and short and stocky, you know? Yeah, they're just so unique.
Steve Polera and Colleen Vanna opened the park in 2023. They care for 3 species of deer: Sika deer, mule deer, and of course, reindeer.
You know, there's over 50 species of deer out there, and people really have no idea.
Colleen and Steve both have backgrounds in zoology, and Steve has been working with reindeer for more than 20 years.
And they were kind of this happy medium between farm and wildlife.
As a kid, his family would visit Wisconsin Deer Park in the Dells.
Deer parks were like really popular in the 50s and 60s, you know, when you traveled across America. And there just weren't many of those around, and I always thought it was such a classic experience.
That fascination is what sparked Paris Deer Park.
Caribou is about 5 years old now, and he's just like what Steve was telling you, so endearing with that big, huge nose.
With more than 40 animals on the farm, Colleen and Steve use the space for education and conservation, all while spreading some Christmas spirit.
We wanted something a little more intimate, something where people could come to us. We could kind of build it that way so that they could have a great interaction with the animals. The animals could enjoy their time with them.
And there's a lot to learn about reindeer.
Well, reindeer and caribou, they're the only species where males and females both have antler racks.
So these two are twins, which is very uncommon in reindeer. It's always a single birth for the most part.
They are semi-domesticated. So again, the only species that have been worked with for, some say, thousands of years, just like horses.
It's a full-time job. Colleen works on training and enrichment, while Steve maintains the space and helps with veterinary needs.
We know who we're working with, how to work with them, how to motivate them. I think just like us as individuals, there's something that sparks our interest. Same thing with our reindeer.
On private tours, visitors get to feed and pet reindeer. And by the end, Colleen says every guest has a favorite one.
Their temperament and the way that you can relate to them in a way, or at least I can personally, is really what drew me to them. Hi, bud. You can. You don't have to be shy. That's okay.
It's a passion, sharing their love for these majestic animals with children and adults alike.
Seeing that reaction and joy on their face, watching their kids and then doing it themselves, that's a very big reward for me.
Oh, and it's not just reindeer.
Our surprise ambassador animals, Flower.
You might get to meet a sweet little skunk, too.
We see them in our backyards. We may not like them because our dog might chase them, get sprayed, you know, our house smells, but they play an important part in our ecosystem.
And how about a bunch of fluffy alpacas?
Good girls. Here you go.
Winter tours run through December 29th. Then the park will reopen in the summer.
We want you to learn about the animals in your backyard, the animals in the woods, you know, the ecosystems a little bit, even a little bit about farm life.
It's a place to learn something new and gain appreciation for the real magic of Santa's helpers.
We want you to walk away knowing a little more than you did before.